Alright, welcome to another day in the woods of Pennsylvania. It is currently deer season, or hunting season for deer here in Pennsylvania. That's why I got the orange on. But there isn't supposed to be any hunting in this park, so that's one reason why I'm here today. This is Nolde Forest State Park here in Berks County, Pennsylvania. But I'm still wearing the orange just because you never know. Not everybody follows the rules. So I prefer to keep myself slightly safe. But anyway, that's one reason why I'm not out in the woods elsewhere. Because it gets pretty crowded during deer season. But anyway, I'm just going to hike the trails today here. I've been here before, and I'll just take you along with me as I always do. We'll see what we see. It's been a chilly day in the upper 30s and kind of windy, but anyway, better than sit at home, look at the computer all day. Alright, I do have homework to grade though for tomorrow. Thanksgiving vacation is over now. This is December 3rd, I think, so we got to get back into the routine of teaching again. Alright, well, I'm yapping too much here. Let's get hiking. I'm currently started on what's called the Chestnut Trail here, and as I go along I'll show you what trails I'm on, and hopefully we see some wildlife out here today or something interesting, so let's get going. Alright, well, the Chestnut Trail continues on up that way, but we're gonna stay to the left, continue on the Buck Hollow Trail. Kind of hoping for some snow today. The weather dudes kept saying we're gonna get snow. They said we were gonna get like 3 to 5 inches yesterday, and as you can see, there was nothing. They even said it would maybe snow overnight, and nothing again. So anyway, looking forward to that first hike in the snow. But not yet. Alright, we're going to leave the Buck Hollow Trail. It does continue down that way, but we're going to scoot on up the, what's it called, the DeLong Trail. This will take us up to the Owl Trail. This is a rather small state park, but there are a number of trails here. I think it's only like 60 some acres. So the trails are kind of short, which is okay for today because they closed the gates here at 4. And I got here a little bit after 12, so I don't want to get locked up in here, at least not overnight. And in a short amount of time, we are at the Owl Trail, because it's a loop trail, but we're not going to do the whole loop. This trail will take us to another one. I forget what that one's called, but we're going to head this way. Kind of a dreary looking day. I mean, it's sunny, but kind of windy and blustery, but you know, any day that you get to walk in the woods is a good day, I think. That's kind of a neat view with the sun shining down through the trees there. Alright, let's get hiking. There still is some greenery out here as well. And besides, you know, the pine and hemlock trees, you do have some other trees out here that retain their green leaves throughout the winter. This is an American holly tree. They have those thick, leathery leaves with the spines on them. There's quite a few of them out here. Not terribly common here in Pennsylvania, but some places they grow, you know, larger stands like this. These are just little small ones. They often grow a little bit taller than this. But they make it so that there's still some color out here in the woods. Alright, we're now on what's called the middle road. It is more road-like. Here's a neat little piece of history over here, though. One of these old pumps. I don't think it's all here. Yeah, the handle part that you would use to pump is gone. That's cool. Yeah, so out in this sunny area, there is a flock of winter birds. During the wintertime, birds of different species kind of flock together. Chickadees and titmice, some woodpeckers, and even juncos, and a few others will kind of fly around together searching for food. I like to try and zoom in on some of them sometimes, but the birds don't cooperate when it comes to filming and pictures and stuff. So as you zoom in on them, they fly off and they're gone. But maybe we'll get lucky. Alright, so we are now going to be taking the Cabin Hollow Road. That has a nice sound to it. I don't think there's a cabin down here. I don't know if I've been on parts of this trail before, but I'm not sure if I've been on the whole trail. We are walking through a section of pine forest here. I love the sound of the wind going through the pine trees. Because where I grew up on the farm, just outside my bedroom window, was a stand of pine trees. Well, they're spruce trees, but they kind of make the same sound as the wind blows through them. Even on really windy nights, you could really hear the wind howling through those trees. I don't know if the camera's picking up that noise of the wind through the pines. Of course, I was debating this morning whether or not to actually come out and hike at all, just because it was a kind of a cold, blustery day. Not always my favorite kind of hiking weather. And it's a place I've been to before, but now that I'm out here, as it always happens, you know, now that I'm out here, I'm glad I did come out. It's always beautiful out here in the woods, no matter what the weather. And of course, as you get out, start hiking, you warm up too. You know, the beginning of the hike is always kind of cold. Your hands are cold and everything, but once you get going, you warm up pretty quickly, especially if you layer properly. So, a day out in the woods is never wasted, at least in my opinion. Alright, I'm still on that Cabin Hollow Trail. It follows, there's a little creek down here that follows. But I think we're coming up soon to what's called the Watershed Trail. That's kind of take you back up the hill here a little bit. If I remember what the map said. Alright, beautiful day out here. Of course, I say that in all my videos, but you know, every day out in the woods is a beautiful day. So we just came down the trail there. And I'm pretty sure this is what the trail is named for. There's a nice little hollow in the hills here. Or if you're from West Virginia, there's a holler. Cabin Hollow Woods. Be a perfect place to build a cabin. Right down in there. That's one of the things I've been looking at lately is, you know, to buy, hopefully someday to buy a couple of acres of land, you know, out in the mountains somewhere and build a cabin of some sort. Whether just to stay there seasonally, you know, like a weekend retreat, or to stay there forever. But maybe that'll happen someday in the future here, because I would share that with you in my videos as well. It'd be kind of fun video series to do, you know, building building a cabin out in the woods. All right, well, not yet. Hopefully someday soon. All right, let's keep going. All right, well, I'm gonna change my plans here. We were coming down the Cabin Hollow Trail, and I think I mentioned I was gonna hike on down to what's called the Watershed Trail, but I'm gonna take here, this Apple Tree Trail. I don't think I've ever been up this trail before, the times I've been here, so I think I will. And it goes through this nice spruce forest. Of course, you know what I think of those. So I think we're gonna go up this way, the Apple Tree Trail. That's beautiful with the sun shining through the trees there, casting those long shadows there. All right, yeah, that's a beautiful shot there. Let's continue on. Break time. All right, well, several granola bars later, break is done. Nice little spot for break here in the pine forest. We're gonna continue on the, what is this, the Apple something trail, Apple Tree Trail, that's what it is. We're gonna continue on up this trail, and we're gonna hook up with something called the Coffee Pot Hollow Trail. I don't know why it's called the Coffee Pot Hollow Trail, but it sounds good. I'll have coffee when I get home. But anyway, it's only 1:30, so I have another 2.5 hours before they close the gates yet. So plenty of time to, I'm kind of hiking around the perimeter of the whole park, sort of taking maybe like the longest, you know, system of trails I can, something like that. At least that's the plan. All right, let's continue on. So there are some structures along this trail that I kind of remember from previous visits. Up here there's a number of what I think are spring houses. I think one of them we can crawl into if I remember correctly. Some look a little more modern than others. Several of them are cinder block spring houses. The one up there is. Here's some people building something up there. But yeah, I think there's, if I remember correctly, there's one up here that we can actually go into. Not sure where it is though, but these two are closed off. All right, I'll get back to you if I see the other one. Yeah, I found it down here. It's slightly down another trail. There's another spring house over there, but over here is the one that you can actually crawl into. I know I've been in here before, but why not go in again, huh? All right, just go on inside. All right, well, time to take you in. I knew that was not in here last time I was here, so
Some idiot has come in here and graffitied the place. But still a cool place to explore. Some kind of little spring house or storage place, maybe like a root cellar. Alright, let's get on out of here. It's always a cool shot looking back at the openings.
Always fun to explore places like this. Never gets old.
And we are now on the Coffee Pot Hollow Trail. Like I said, I don't know why it's called Coffee Pot Hollow. It sounds good. I think I was on this trail 2 years ago. Or maybe 3 years ago, I don't remember. It's one of the longer trails here in Nolde Forest. This is gonna take it back close to where I parked. We'll take a few other trails to get all the way back to where I parked. Haven't been filming a whole lot here on the Coffee Pot Trail. Did pass two girls and they had like a little chihuahua. The thing kind of freaked out when it saw me. Those things are kind of, I'm not sure what I think a chihuahua is. But we should be hooking up soon with the Ridge Trail. At least I think so. Just been enjoying myself out here. Sometimes I get kind of lost in my own thoughts as I'm walking along. Woods is a beautiful place to gather your thoughts and contemplate things. All right, enough philosophy. Let's keep our eyes open for the Ridge Trail up here. Well, the Coffee Pot Trail brought us up to the top of this ridge. I probably could have stayed down at the bottom. There's a trail that goes around the bottom of this ridge, but we're up here now. Anyway, that climb gets the blood pumping now. I'm pretty sure this is the Ridge Trail over here. There's a little rock outcrop up here. Let's check this out. Might get a little bit of a view up here. It's just a small rock outcrop here. Might as well climb it. Yeah, you get kind of a view down there in the valley. Of course, the trees are in the way. All right, I'm gonna head down the Ridge Trail. So the Ridge Trail should take me back down to the bottom of this ridge. And we should be pretty close to where the to where my girl is parked, the Jeep. All right. Well, I'm on something called the Watershed Trail now. I think I took a wrong turn somewhere, but that's okay. This is a beautiful trail as well. All roads lead to Rome. Yeah, I think when we were back still up on top of the ridge, and I was going to come down what was called the Ridge Trail, I think I came down a different trail, the Boulevard Trail instead. There were no signs up there saying which trail was which, although I have a map, but sometimes I must have took the wrong trail down. Doesn't matter, the Boulevard Trail still takes you down just brought me down to a different spot than what I was planning. But the main road is up here that takes you back to the parking lot. So, and we get to walk along the stream a little bit. All right, well, I'm back in the parking lot where my girl's parked, waiting for me here. So we're gonna head on out home here a moment here. Anyway, thanks for coming along. Nice little hike out here today. Turned out really nice, actually. I was on the coffee pot trail. Now I'm gonna go home and make a pot of coffee. Sounds pretty good. I gotta figure out what we're gonna eat too. There's leftovers from Thanksgiving. Of course, you gotta remember there's a backlog to these videos. So this is the Tuesday right after Thanksgiving. I have some Thanksgiving leftovers that were generously given to me. Some turkey and ham and all kinds of good stuff. But there's also pizza in the fridge too. Leftover pizza, meat lovers pizza, bacon, pepperoni, and like ground beef on it. I don't know. Tough decisions to make when I get home. You know, which one would you pick? Pizza or the Thanksgiving leftovers? Anyway, I'm kind of leaning towards pizza at the moment. For the moment. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll see you around.